Exactly.
Hey everybody, this is the first official tournament for the Link to the Past randomizer race here at SpeedGaming Live 2019. I am one of your commentators, Sir Linkalot, joined by Kelpsy. How are you today?
Hey, I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. This
Awesome.
is an awesome setting we had. If you were here earlier, you saw a nice kind of exhibition race between Korek and Actaboker. It was a nice close one, but now we're on the official run. We've got WeightyWords versus DoctorBobtastic. If you're not sure of the settings on this, it is just kind of the normal open mode. Need 7 crystals to get into Ganon's tower, 7 crystals to defeat Ganon, and you still have to do Egg Tower, or Ganon's tower.
Awesome. So just kind of something that we're all kind of familiar with, especially since we've all been following, tournaments for the Link to the Past tournaments for a couple of years now. So this is nice and comfortable. So it looks like here we see both of our runners taking a little bit of a divergence here in the beginning.
Yeah, one went up to Uncle, DoctorBobtastic, looking at the graveyard lumberjack ledge. I didn't actually see what was out. It was just a couple of pixels. I couldn't make it out.
Yeah, that was real fast. And it looks like we have a small key in the sanctuary, so they will have to check that all the chests down there in the sewers.
Yep, a nice big 6 items down there. We'll see maybe if we find an early glove to where we can check the back of Escape without having to go all the way through it. Bush crab just being hearts.
Yeah.
Ooh, some nice bombs at Mushroom Spot.
Yeah, those will be super helpful in Kakariko.
Yeah, it always feels bad to go to blindside or dropping down the well with no bombs, and then you don't find any and have
Yeah.
to come back.
Or having to farm rupees and then having to buy bombs and, even more bombs.
Speaking of bombs, here's all the bombs you could want.
So we're set.
Getting another tree pole.
Oh my gosh.
Well, in case you didn't have bombs, here's some more bombs.
If you missed it the first 2 times. All right. You'll probably see a little bit of syncing up here, maybe some overlap in items.
We'll see what Kakariko gives us and kind of where that's going to push us next as well. First up, we'll get Blind's Hut. Our first sort already.
Very nice.
50 rupees heart container and a heart piece.
Mm-hmm. That'll be nice for probably eventually when they go to like Moldorm Cave. They won't have to worry about doing like bomb strats there. They can just sort it up.
It's always a nice feeling. The sea gave you a lot of bombs, but now it might just be like, okay, I gave you all the bombs early. It's like, no more bombs for you.
Right. All right, moving on to the well.
Get our first medallion of Bombos.
Mm-hmm. Could mean an early Ice Palace, maybe? Because they do have a sword.
It's very possible. Some more rupees.
It's way in advance, though.
Okay, there's some more bombs. Just replace the ones you've already used. Why not?
Right. And they've got a nice rupee count, too, so they'll be able to go to the bottle vendor here, and it's kind of in that uncomfortable spot where, like, oh, maybe we could do Zora, but, I mean, they don't even have gloves yet, so it's not even really much to worry about.
Bottle vendor, he's a clothes vendor today.
Yes.
Chicken Hut is more bombs. I don't know what those chickens were planning on doing. You all know how chickens work in Legend of Zelda.
Probably got nervous with all those bombs walking in.
Probably. So we got a couple more checks we can do. Only one we can actually get, but we didn't really get much progression inside of Kakariko.
Yeah. Just really a sword and bombos. That's it. So it looks like we haven't gotten a map check yet from either player.
Yep, I have not seen a map check just yet. Okay, well, we have probably will be coming back to the library at some point if we find boots.
Yep. So this is V31, correct? So that is a progressive bow. So that might be the first, might be the second. Second bow will be silvers. So silvers are no longer a separate item.
Okay, so Weighty, we saw the ether medallion. He's going to save and quit, so might just, wait to see if it's even needed later and then come back for it since it's not too difficult to get to.
Mm-hmm. We'll see if that pays off.
Oh. Might have been a good, maybe a good idea to do like a map check when you saw ether just to see potentially how many pendants you have sitting there. But let's see, Link's house. We had the moon pearl. So I'm going to guess WeightyWords already has that as well then.
Yeah, because he started, I believe he started in Link's house.
Yeah, he started there and went right up to Uncle. That's where Dr. Bob might save a little bit of time potentially, because I'm sure with that sword he's thinking escape.
Maybe escape, yeah. And at least there's at least Zelda's chest and the couple of blue guard chests in there.
Mm-hmm. We might find the lamp or the fire rod, and then technically the back of escape is open at that point too.
Still not sure how I feel about the fire rod allowing for darkroom access, but I mean, just another thing you gotta add to your knowledge base for sure.
Mm-hmm. So Moldorm Cave, 10 arrows, 3 bombs. We got early red mail. That's about it, though. So we're still looking for something that's going to point us other than kind of the very first items we can get to. Right. And it's,
at this point, you're just like, okay, do I start dipping do I go to Eastern? Do I go, try to do more overworld? Like, it's just one of those things where you have to really... WeightyWords enjoying that red mail right now.
Yeah, those, especially when we get to those crabs. The crabs do not play around if you're on green mail.
Yeah. But yeah, a lift upgrade here would be really nice. And especially if they both have swords, they can easily do dark rooms if they absolutely have to, but
Another heart container, an ice rod cave. I think Weighty's probably looking at doing a fake flipper since we've got the moon pearl. There's our lift upgrade,
there it is.
See if Dr. Bob, after getting Zelda's self, is going to brave the dark room to check the dark cross.
Yeah. I always find it easier to do it backwards, like coming from the sewers. I don't know why, but...
You don't have to go through the room with 6 ropes. That's the main one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a terrible room.
Right. Because you either have to just spin like crazy or you just kind of hope. And honestly, with their mail situation right now, and I mean, even like WeightyWords has already, 7 hearts?
Yeah, 7 hearts in red mail.
Mm-hmm. He could just tank right through if he needed to.
Dr. Bob is going to check the dark room.
Mm-hmm. Nice little save warp or death warp there, excuse me.
Alright, so we'll see where Weighty goes off to next, because as far as what he needs to do, it looks like he is going to go Tyrell Castle. I was going to say, technically the most dense area for him at the moment, without, in logic, would actually be Eastern Palace area right now. But he's going to make the trek to Hyrule Castle. He's going to be probably fairly happy when he sees those lift upgrades. Almost at the chest.
There it is.
Those 10 arrows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we have not seen the map yet. So the back is going to have 2 items then. So you
Yeah.
already found the key.
Definitely a good call, just saving and quitting and doing it this way.
Yep. It's possible to do it quickly, but this is probably still the quicker
Yeah.
route because you have to find that key right in the dark.
Well, they found the key in Sanctuary. Oh, no, the other key. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're going to go
Yes.
the normal way, we need that key. And
The
that,
rat
that
key.
That key,
Right.
that key on that rack. And
I was
sometimes
thinking-
it's easy and
Right.
sometimes not so much.
Right, right, right. Ooh.
Both lift upgrades in the escape. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's actually Dark World access already
Yep,
now
that
too.
is already Dark World access for them.
So looks like Dr. Bob is he hasn't even been to South Shore and he already has Dark World, so
Yeah, and I'm sure, yeah, the Dark World play is definitely tempting for sure, but you're leaving Moldorm Cave with 5 items there, and then potentially also Ice Cave as an option. I mean, that's and Dam, right? that's a good 8 items that you're just leaving in the Light World.
yeah, like if you have Mirror, then it'd be one thing. Be like, I'm just gonna go Dark World. And I can
Right.
check everything at once.
Right.
Nice routing, but no Mirror. It's like that's a lot of items to leave behind.
That was always one of my least favorite things, is getting Dark World access just like crazy early in Kakariko Village. I mean, what do you even do, right?
Yeah, and then there's that. The comfort level too is like how comfortable are you going
Right.
into the Dark World with low gear. You know, Fighter's Sword and 5 Hearts Blue Mail. You know, some runners be like, okay, I've got no problem with this. Other runners be like, yeah,
Yep.
nope, I want some more.
All right.
Oh, actually, DoctorBobtastic, we have not seen this. He's going to actually run over to Agnes Cave. Oh, he's going to actually get some rupees as well. So he's thinking about the fake flipper play, but without the rupees to Zora, he's going to stop and grab some.
Yep. This is definitely a nice area to farm them because they just amazingly respawn every time. WeightyWords also doing the Dark Room in Escape. Looks like he's doing it in reverse.
Yes.
There he is.
It's a desert ledge.
Yeah.
Just a piece of heart.
I like this check early. I never do it, but I do like it early because I feel like when I don't check it early, it's always something.
Well, especially it's like when you're in a one-on-one race, it's like you think, it's like, how do you compare to your
Yeah.
opponents? Like, okay, normally Agnes check is one of those things you put off till like the very last thing in Light World, but if you feel like you're, you know, potentially behind your opponent in execution or routing, it's like, I'm going to check this early because if it's something, I'll have it a lot earlier than he will.
The metagaming. So Weighty's going to be heading to Eastern Palace area.
And Dr. Rob's going to go finish off South Shore. Blue Boomerang, Blue Rupee, and
Just nothing. Yeah, they got to really head to that Dark World soon. That's where the goodies are.
yeah, because at this point, all that's really left within Logic in Light World is part of Eastern Palace, and that's where Weighty's going to actually head to. It's kind of interesting to see the play to Eastern Palace because the chance of you finding a bow here is so much less now. So
Right.
we've already found one bow, so it's potentially might be a double dip, and I still haven't actually seen a map check.
Yeah,
So we don't even know if this is a
we have
pendant
no
or a crystal
idea.
either.
I know. It's actually amazing that we're just checking, you know, items for items as quickly as we can, almost like a Triforce hunt, you know? Just like, who cares what the dungeons are? We just got to beat this game. Or we just got to find these items, I'd rather. Wow.
Okay, well,
The payout. Oh my god.
wow, yes, the immediate payouts. Like here's your bow.
Yeah, that is amazing. That was Very nice gamble by Weighty.
Yeah, that definitely could be something that puts him ahead, because it's like, since you know where the one bow is, it's like, I don't really want to go to Eastern until I have
Until
a bow,
you have
hopefully.
it.
It's like,
Especially when you know you've seen that bow. You're thinking, okay, in the back of your head, you're thinking, that's my first bow. I need those boots. And, you know, in this case, it wasn't.
so we'll see, maybe DoctorBobtastic with the fake flipper, gonna probably be heading up to Zora since he farmed that money. We'll see if Zora maybe has something to pay off, since
Yeah.
Weighty did kind of isolate a little bit with this fake flipper earlier.
I don't recall him picking up anything in the waterfall ferry location.
Yeah, nothing of importance.
But at least we'll see what Zora's item is here. Or Zora Ledge and Zora.
After, of course, checking the island and checking what Hobo has.
Alright.
Looks like we're still looking for that big key in Eastern, so it's in its normal location.
And this shouldn't be too much of a problem with the sword.
It's kind of one of those first dark rooms when you start doing this competitively. It's like, okay, which dark room should I learn? It's like
Baby's first dark room,
Yep.
Eastern.
Eastern and the mountain.
In
Those
the
are
mountain,
like the
right.
first ones you immediately like.
Yep.
Okay, I need to learn these immediately.
Yeah. In the mountain, you really got to learn backwards and forwards. Eastern is like, oh, well, I know it's a circle.
Yep.
And then the second room is like, well, maybe a little later on.
There's our big key. I know we're still looking for one item, so it's going to be either in the big chest or it'll be on Armos. Just a compass, so Armos is going to
Alright.
hold our item.
Wow. So, out of logic, Master Sword.
Okay, I was like, wait, he's having a little bit of problems actually finding the Igor.
And
Well,
Bobtastic is just making sure not to get on any of the grass here so he can maintain water walking.
walking that deep water much faster.
Oh, yeah. Even faster than getting in the shallow water, ironically enough. Well,
Everybody's favorite Zora.
Weighty making it through the second dark room of Eastern pretty easily and on his way to Armos. So let's see what Armos has.
Yeah, and Dr. Bob looks like he's probably heading to the dark world at this
Yep.
point. It's kind of that whole idea about the bow. It's just like, I don't want to gamble Eastern just yet.
All right, well, and it's a crystal.
Yep, our first crystal.
So one crystal down for Weighty.
It always feels good to get your first crystal, though, like within 20 minutes of starting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, we haven't even hit the 20-minute mark yet, which is pretty insane.
All right, Dr. Bob is going to not go to Skullwoods just yet.
I'm trying to think where Weighty's going. Oh, maybe he's going to pick up Ether?
All right. Yeah, that must be it. We've
I
got
don't really know what else.
Samari in the chess game.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's got to be where he's going. That's the
Yeah.
only thing that makes sense for going from this direction. Yep, that's where he's going. We've got 20 rupees. There's a map check. So we got Skullwoods. That was a quick map check. I saw Skullwoods as a pendant. I saw a lot of crystals on the left side that were blue.
Yeah.
So I'll have to get another look on that when Weighty makes it to the Dark World.
I'm thinking there's got to be a... Wow, very nice
There's a fire rod.
Very nice.
And of course, you find a fire rod, and
you're like,
Skullwoods is a pendant now. It's like, great.
Right.
It's like, okay, do I actually do this now?
Yeah, right. And looks like he's gonna opt out for now.
Yeah, Thieves Town makes more sense as far as that we know it's a crystal at this point.
Yep, you got a full clear of Thieves Town anyway. Just because you gotta find the big key, which is right there. But also, I mean, you just gotta do the entire dungeon, so.
Yeah, probably just kind of crossing your fingers, hoping that you don't find a small key at this point. Or you find all 4 items.
Right.
Okay. So ice was our other pendant. Everything
So that
else was
means
crystals.
either Desert or Hera is the last pendant. Right?
Yep.
Okay. And Weighty's gonna head into Skullwoods with no fire rod. So let's see if he gets the 2 items here in the front.
That's just a key to start with. We got a book inside of Thieves Town. That would be our access into Desert Palace. And a shovel.
A shovel, of course.
So Thieves Town, they buried their treasure and hid it on the tablets.
On the tablets. There's the items, the 4 items. Still no item for Weighty. Picked up another key. Nope, there's the powder.
I'm going to start with some powder.
But having 1 item out of the way in the front here is definitely a relief.
Mm-hmm.
And another change for V31 is that this item no longer has to be a required key. So he's going to be having to check this one in the front. And that's your big key.
Just in case you didn't believe us about that change in the game, it's like, here it can be something that's not a small key.
Here's your example. Right, small key specifically. Do a little bomb jump here. Check to see this item. Alright.
Some maps, so we got 1 more check that Weighty can do. Still haven't found the small key in Thieves Town just yet. There's a map. I'm not sure if we found the compass or not.
In Skullwoods
And Thieves.
and Thieves Town, I want to say it was the second item. Maybe.
Guess we'll see if when we get a pause screen, if we get a pause. Oh, so 1 item of Skullwoods is in the back then.
Mm-hmm.
Skullwoods heard us talking about a compass.
Yeah,
It's
apparently.
Like, it's
Here
like
you
we're
go.
looking for a compass.
Yeah.
It's like, here I am. It's like,
Well, you
not-
just taken the hand out.
it's like not that compass. We're hoping for Thieves Town compass.
Right.
Oh.
Hate to see that. So Bobtastic really needs the hammer to full clear Thieves Town, and what we were hoping for there was a situation with the small key being locked in the big chest, just making it completely inaccessible.
Yep, there Weighty gets his fire rod, and
Yep.
if you're looking at the camera, you can see his head just go immediately down like, oh.
No.
And I have to wonder how he's gonna feel when he finds Samaria, because that would have made checking the middle easier too.
Mm-hmm. And there's the Samara you could have used for the big chest.
Dr. Bob takes down blind, and we'll see. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the compass is locked behind.
Nice.
we'll have to pay attention because I know Weighty's going to be going in right after. So if we see the compass, that means we're missing an item. So hopefully we don't see the compass ever.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We wanted a couple things to happen there, right? So he's leaving. Headed down probably to dig game.
Dig game, and then we're probably going to see a Froggy World tour, I think, after that. Yeah, there's the compass. So yeah, so that does mean we have an item because we saw the map. So that means we have an item locked behind that small key.
Right.
And the hammer.
Nice second dig.
Especially when you see a big 20 come up from that. It's like, you don't want to spend 30 digs for a big 20.
Right.
Granted, you know your opponent probably did it as well this early, but it still feels pretty bad. Alright, we pick up the frog. Weighty's going to continue. Weighty is actually going to be taking a death warp, it looks like.
Maybe thinking about the hammer.
Potentially, yeah.
It's a pretty early call, though, since it was 2 items in the front. Maybe he was thinking exactly that. There's only 2 items in the front, so really good chance of there being an item in the big chest. There wasn't anything else, I don't think, in the back of, except for a bottle.
There was the bottle, but
Yeah.
it's just like, I know we can't find the hammer off of, I mean, potentially, I guess we could find, Sick Kid could have the hammer, but it's not going to be because of that bottle.
Correct.
Because with the key where it would be considered a hammerlock dungeon. Okay, well, there's our bottle. We have a bunch of rupees so far. Piece of heart.
Oh my gosh,
And
wow.
the hammer. This,
Wow. So does he go back on the way to dropping off the frog? Does he?
So it'll be interesting to see what Weighty does with when he gets the hammer. Because he has Jeremiah and he's already found the bow. So that, I mean, if he wants to brave dark rooms, which he's got the
Yeah.
fire rod, so one of the worst dark rooms, you can just light a torch.
Right. He could just go to, yeah, Palace of Darkness pretty early. And Palace of Darkness has 6 items, so I mean, and it's crystal. So.
Yeah. Multiple reasons why it would be a good reason to go to pod. I don't know if it's just me or not, but since V31 comes out, I feel like it's every seed I've done pod has always had something as well. So.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, the few seeds that I've done for V31 have definitely held some pretty solid progression in pod.
So the bottle gave us a flute, though.
Nice. So that's our Death Mountain.
Yeah.
Well, except for some of it. just the very beginning of it, I should say.
Yeah, it's our logical access, but yeah, we still want to find a mirror or a hook shot now at this
Mirror,
point.
hook shot.
I'm pretty sure if you're thinking about it, you want to find the hook shot first. Because then you can go clear all of Dark Death Mountain at this point as well already.
This looks like Weighty's probably just going to go up to the pyramid. I don't think he can go into the dungeon with the frog. So this is still a good check to do, regardless.
And see maybe if he decides to take it all the way up to Catfish as well.
And it's nothing but money. All this walking for just a bit of money.
Yeah, that'll be one of the things when Weighty goes to turn into Smith as well. Since he got the powder out of Skullwoods, he'll be able to check magic that while he's there too. Got a heart container.
Yep, and it looks like he'll be making his way up to Catfish.
Yep. It's definitely one of those checks there's not really ever a good time to do it. So out of the way, there's no easy way to get there except walking exactly like you are.
Exactly. Yeah, and you're like, do I do this after pod? Do I do this before? Do I wait to get the mirror and try to, loop it in with Zora? And that just like never happens, And it looks like our dig spot was nothing either, just some money.
It's Dr. Bob grabbing probably a couple potions for safety, maybe thinking potentially about potion glitching in pod.
Yeah, you can also head over to Meyer.
Mm-hmm.
He has 2 medallions. Could happen, could be a thing, but no way to get across, so probably not that. No way to get across the first room.
Looks like we're going to pod.
Going to pod. Yeah. Maybe potion glitch. Yeah, he doesn't have that bow yet.
Yeah, and right now that's kind of like the major item between the two of them that is being missed. Is that bow that's inside of Eastern Palace. So, like, the best thing right now would be for Dr. Bob to find the boots as quickly as possible now. So, because we know where the second bow is, we know it's sitting on top of the library, but at this point that could be in a lot of places now.
Mm-hmm. I like how Weighty did a reverse loop here, so he is just walking all the way back with the blacksmith, just to check that dig spot.
Also to pick up some bombs, seeing it was a little bit low, it's like might as well grab those just to be safe. You never want to run out of bombs.
No.
Usually you don't have to worry about it, but every now and then C just does not like giving bombs.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bow, or it's not bow locked, so.
Yep.
But more than likely we'll find keys back there still.
So we're gonna see what magic powder is on Weighty's side here. At least we're in pod on Dr. Bob's side with the hammer, and because no hammer, no mirror, pod is just absolutely miserable.
Yeah.
Lots of death warping. And it was nothing on the powder side.
All the fetch quests, just nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think really the only one we have left to see is just the tablets that we've gotten so far.
Okay.
Yep.
I was wondering, like, Weighty hadn't checked the sick kid yet. I'm like, I hope he doesn't forget that, because we definitely know we're going to need that item.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a nice spot for that flute.
Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, here's the flute. Go activate it, like, right behind my house.
Here, just go walk 10 feet.
So we got a heart container that was bow locked and one of our keys.
Mm-hmm. So Dr. Bob's going to be opting to check the front of pod first before heading to the back. Gets a little weird with the key logic here, just because there's so many small keys in Palace of Darkness that it just, you've got to be keeping track of, what will get you where. Like, this is often a key to a key. Could be the big key, and you don't want to skip that before you head to the back.
Yep. And Weighty's going to go back into Thieves' Town with that hammer, so we'll find out what that big chest has.
What is that,
kind of waiting is going to pay off.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
more keys, just like you normally see in pod.
Mm-hmm. Looks like the big key will be in the back. In one of the many dark rooms, potentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we haven't had a bump. Nobody's checked Bumper Cave yet
Yeah,
either.
no,
So
we haven't
don't-
seen North Darkwold at all. No reason to go up there. No boots, no mirror. No cape. Alright, so it's in the Dark Maze. Might be in Harmless Hellway.
Yep, we've got all of our keys, so
Yeah.
there's definitely something in Harmless Hellway. Whether or not we want it, we'll find out.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna want that.
Yep. We'll see if he does. He just opts to do the Dark Maze normally, or maybe he'll, yep, time for a little hammer yump. It's like a little too. Nice.
Here, I'll give you back your bombs from what
Yep.
you just did.
There you go. And so Weighty will be heading to the big chest in Thieves Town, which we saw Dr. Bob skip before because he didn't have the hammer. And
A
it's
single rupee.
so much anticipation for nothing. But it is going to be in the back of Dr. Bob's head for the, you know, maybe he might just say whatever. It is what it is. I'm leaving it.
Yeah, I think it's especially like in a 1v1 setting. It's
Yeah.
definitely something where it's just like if you go into the back of Thieves Town with no hammer and there's something in there, that's just
Well,
got to be.
You
That's
better
my last location at
be
that point.
happy with your decision. Yep. And it looks like he'll be leaving the rest of pod for now because he doesn't have the bow or a bow.
It's like a mirror in pod would have been really nice because then you might have decided it's like, hey, you know what? I'll check Eastern while I'm here, but. No, but we are actually kind of running out of locations
Yep.
at this point, though.
Yeah. I mean, Death Mountain definitely makes sense here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be curious to see where Weighty goes next after doing Thieves. I wonder if he'll be thinking about Skullwoods.
Looks like
I mean, not right now.
hammer pegs and purple
Hammer
chest
pegs,
first. It looks
right.
like.
More overworld.
After purple chest, since he's in the area, and especially with food, I mean, you could food anyways, but potentially go to desert because that's one of those few locations we have.
Right. Oh yeah, we do have the book.
So like, I mean, I foresee probably doing those and maybe going to pod since he can full clear it. But yeah, as far as like logic from what we've seen, I think we're pretty much between Desert Palace. I think at this point, if there's nothing at Spectacle Rock Cave, it's Desert Palace.
In the
What we've
back
seen.
of Skull, yeah.
Yeah, and back of Skull.
Gotta love a nice bottleneck. Oh,
So mirror leads to
So-
boots, leads to bow.
mirror boots to bow.
Speaking, I'm pretty sure that was a mirror. I'm fairly certain I saw the handle for a
I think
mirror.
it was too. Bob is really fast with these checks. I can't keep. We missed what the
Lumberjack.
lumberjack. We missed the map, and then we missed. God, I'm gonna get him to teach me how to do that. That's insane.
It's one of those things where in a live setting, it's like we have like another screen where we just pause, like, okay, I see the map now. I don't have to worry about it so much. But
Yeah.
it's like, nope,
Wow.
we're doing it live, everybody.
Well, this is a fun hammer jump. Don't see this very often. Not hammer. I said hammer. I meant bomb. But yeah, it's just one of those situations where if you just line up right against that wall, it gives you a little bit of leeway to hop right across. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Weighty's probably happy about going back and getting the ether, though, because that's what was required to get into Misery Mire, so we can at least get into that.
That's also Mire access with those boots. Yeah.
Those boots into the mirror and everything, though, that's what Bob needed, because now more than likely we're going to see him make a beeline right for the bow at that point, and that might, especially with mirror, if he's, he did the dark maze, if he's comfortable with the turtle room with the fire rod, potentially see him just, finish up Eastern Palace and Pod at that point as well. But first we're going to go into Hera.
Definitely a nice call. Weighty might be able to, he will be able to completely finish off Pod. It will be slow going, but because he has a bow already, at least it's another crystal he can check off.
And our first item inside of Tower of Hera was our third sword we found so far. Technically not within logic just yet, because the other one's at Waterfall.
Right.
But it always feels good when you get that tempered sword.
Mm-hmm.
And now the last thing we're hoping to find probably on this side is a small key. It's like, I do not want to go to the basement.
Nice bomb jump from Bobtastic. Really quick setup.
Just a key, or map, not a key. It's the key to knowing where everything is in the dungeon.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We're hoping to not find the key, but Moldorm's either going to have that or the second treasure. One slash and a spin is going to do it. Down goes Moldorm. And he does have the key. You can see it immediately on Dr. Bob's face. He did not want to see that key. Now the decision comes. Do you go to the basement of Hera, or do you gamble that there's nothing there?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, nope, not risking
Not doing
that.
it again. 100% with you there, Bob.
So actually looking at what we have right now, assuming that Turtle Rock is not Quake, hopefully it's not, but as far as actual go mode, what we need to actually finish the seed at this point is we need to find the hook shot and the ice rod, and that's it. Technically we need the lamp for logical, but probably don't need the actual lamp to finish the game.
I'm always so wary when I see Swamp Palace as a pendant. It just makes me think, Especially if you find that hook shot early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's when you just hope you just don't
Just
find Flipper.
hope. Yeah. You just say, well.
Yeah, the mirror gives us access to East Death Mountain. We'll also have Dark Death Mountain as well.
So Weighty, there you go. You can use the Cane of Samaria there like you saw Weighty do, but you just have to be careful not to spring the Samaria block until, or before you leave it goes out of your sight. Otherwise it despawns.
Yep.
Right.
Everybody grabs the cape. What does Spiral Cave have for us? Just 10 arrows. now we get to Paradox Cave with a good old 7 items. Start with 2 big 20s though. And Weighty had a nice quick setup on the hammer jump.
Sword slashes. Gotta know what you're looking at. I mean, without the mirror or the menu as well. I mean, it's definitely tough.
So we started with 2 big 20s. We got a potion with blue, heart container, and 20 more rupees, and the last 2 chests.
Nice lamp.
There's our lamp. So no more dark rooms.
Not sure why he's jumping across. Oh, right.
You want to probably Turtle Rock portal, so that way if I can open it, and maybe, you know, it might even gamble. It's like, hey.
Forgot he had the mirror and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely going up to the Turtle Rock portal is faster. And seeing what this is. I don't know if we saw it before.
Yeah, we saw it earlier with bombs, but yeah, definitely. If you can open it, it's kind of one of those gambles sometimes you have to make. Going into Turtle Rock without an ice rod. A lot of potential locations for it, but first we gotta see if we can get in, and we can. Ether was required for both.
Alright, so Weighty will be headed back to the back of Piles of Darkness, and I think we have one more item in here.
I want to say we do.
I think, yeah.
We'll find out because I know he's going to have to pull out the hammer shortly.
So let me think. There was 2. Yeah. Oh.
Nope, we're missing the map, so no.
So he's just finishing it up now. Might as well.
Yeah, you're in the area. The only other thing you're ever going to have to come back here for potentially is the green pendant now. Nothing inside Super Bunny Cave. We got 1 chest we can check in Hookshot Cave, and then do we gamble Turtle Rock? We go to Spike Cave. That's an option as well. We makes nice quick work of the turtle room. We get a shield. Oh, we're gonna get a.
Oh.
Started to try the hover.
Attempted hover. Don't want to be wasting too much time though. And then it looks like we're gonna be maybe headed in.
So another thing that's like the major difference between the two of them, other than the bow, Weighty still only has a fighter sword at the moment. So
he's still thinking, I need another sword at some point.
Which we know we'll find the one in Hera, but if he doesn't go back to the waterfall, that's where we found
Right.
the one that was ended up being the Master Sword. It could end up something like Master Sword against Temper. Those jellyfish. Weighty finishes Podlos with crystal number 3, and he's kind of out of options as far as that, other than he's got to go to Death Mountain, but we'll see. Yeah, he's going to flute, so we'll see if it's Death Mountain.
The good old intended fire rod, Turtle Rock.
Yep, he is going to Death Mountain, so he's going to find his mirror in his boots shortly. Another key. mostly at least as a commentator, while we're kind of getting to items at this point on DoctorBobtastic side, and we know where Weighty's going to be going. It's kind of nice in the live setting where we're able to see the players' reactions as they're getting these items. We can see instead, because when we're doing it, normally you can't see what's happening when we just like pick up those items, but being able to see that, it definitely it makes it a lot more enjoyable. And there's our big key.
Yeah, for sure. Especially like another thing that, in my experiences with racing, at home, doing tournament stuff at home, and just purely in the online setting instead of a live setting, it's like very isolating. So I wonder how it feels for the players right now to just be like, hey, my competitor is right there, and it's definitely a unique experience, or definitely a novel experience for a lot of people here.
Yeah, it's not even so much my opponent's like, sitting on the other side of the table. It's like, people are watching you if you're being restreamed at home, but it's like they're not actually physically looking at you.
Right.
Just sitting there looking at your person. It's like, okay, it's a little bit different now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Weighty picks up his mirror, and then he's going to be immediately using that to go get those boots.
Mm-hmm.
Just a compass. So Mimic Cave should be our next check that we're going to see that's new. As far as how close they are, feels like
really
close. I was
close.
gonna say it feels like they're actually pretty close.
Yeah.
Dr. Bob still has to go into Eastern, but he's gonna go in there with the bow, so it's gonna be a full clear still. The real major difference between them, as far as that, other than what you can see, is he's got to go back into pod. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, item-wise, they're pretty much matched up right now. Weighty's gonna be fighting his lamp here soon, which is really of no consequence, and
he'll get his master sword.
yeah, he'll get a master sword here, which might make a difference, but I mean, it's not really something you think about till later in the end.
All depends on where the fourth sword is now.
Yeah.
Mimic Cave just holding some bombs. You're always going to be happy to see half magic. Maybe not the thing you wanted to see most at this point,
Right.
but you're
just where's the ice rod, please?
It's like I came in here with no ice rods. Please, just, I don't care where it is. Just anywhere in this room, in this dungeon.
Very well could be in here.
It's definitely been seen a few times before.
Worst case scenario would be like, I mean, we haven't seen ice at all. We haven't seen, swamp at all. I mean, it's just one of those items that's just not very pretty to see when it's the last one on your tracker that hasn't been marked,
Yeah, thankfully, we're still missing a hook shot as well. So those
Right.
are the two major ones right now. We need a hook shot. We need an ice rod.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure both runners are hoping that they never see flippers at this point.
Right. That is definitely true.
First chest on Laser Bridge, we got a map.
A little tricky here with the timing of the laser skips. See, a little too high there. Now he's got the red beetle coming at him. You can always just lay the Samaria block there and it'll bump him right off.
And the good old 1.0, I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I was like either pulling out the cape because I'm like 2.5 hearts, those lasers.
Yeah, they smack.
Yeah, especially if you fall and then they just keep hitting you
Yep.
as well. That's the worst part. There's a key which we knew had to be here somewhere on Laser Bridge. Last chest though.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Half a heart.
He does have potions.
Yeah, I was like, I think he's just going to use cape, do the safe. Oh, some know.
Yes. Yep.
So I think he's thinking about Spike Cave at this point.
Spike
He doesn't wanna
Cave,
leave
and
without
then
going
maybe, if it all works out, you can just use that mirror warp. And Weighty's also taken the time to check the Hera basement, which we know turned out to be nothing.
there. Oh.
Ugh, you hate that.
Right where LaFair was even flying towards him too. It's like he was just reaching out and the Dead Rock just straight up said no. Not
I guess
today.
he did use the potion during Palace of Darkness. I thought he picked up 2.
I think he picked up 2. He had 2 bottles at the time, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he had 2. And not to mention, he also picked up a blue potion,
Right.
I believe, as well. So should have 2 blue potions, I believe. He gets his big 20 and he's going to take a Death Warp. Right next to Spike Cave.
Yep, and I still don't think we've seen any of North Darkworld either, so we still have a few locations there, not to mention Boots locations. Bunk Rocks, King's Tomb.
We got the Cape, so Bumper Cave is
Yeah,
available
Bumper
as
Cave
well.
is there, yeah.
And the mayor gives us all the mayor
Yep,
locations
it's
too.
all there waiting.
But there's a lot that we can check now. Just 10 arrows though, so we'll see where Dr. Bob's off to next. I want to say he's gonna run to grab the bow off of library and then probably make his way to just go clear Eastern and pot at that point.
Yeah.
But we'll see where he flutes to. Looks like go and grab some more potions first. Flying Kakariko, yeah, looks like he's making a straight line right to the bow. As straight as the boots let you go, at least.
Right. Just a visual glitch on Dr. Bob's end. That is his first bow.
Not for much longer, though, probably.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, maybe not where.
oh, maybe he's thinking skull.
It maybe. Your way to gets his lamb.
This would be a good call here to do skull back to front if you have to do skull. But yeah, I'm very interested why he's not doing Eastern and Pod in one big swoop right now.
I mean, you think it, yeah, definitely, like, there's 2 items back here, but I
Yeah.
know, like, he hasn't dipped Eastern whatsoever yet, and it looks like he's actually going to do it from the front at the very least, so he's going to check at least this chest first.
Right. And we do know there is one item in the back of Skullwoods, so looks like Weighty's also headed up to Turtle Rock. We'll see if he actually makes the plunge as well.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, because if he decides to skip until he finds Ice Rod, that's going to be kind of
That's
a big time save
That's
for
a
him.
big time save.
But
Yep.
if he makes the gamble too, it's just, especially when you're only looking for a couple items now. And when Turtle Rock is accessible, because you had, Samari was fairly early, Mitts were fairly early. It was really just the flute. That was the main thing, but really, we found the bottle in Hype Cave. So it's pretty much right as soon as you got Dark World access, you had access to Turtle Rock as well.
Right. All right. Woody gets a second shield. Sees that it's going to be ether, so he's probably thankful that he went back for ether.
He's like, well, he's going to open it up. We'll see if he actually decides to dip into it, though.
And Bob is going to be headed towards North Dark World, which we've been wondering about.
Yeah, we have not gotten any checks. Nobody even, checked Bumper Ledge. We've got both bunk locations. That's just a piece of heart. Checking Pod's crystal.
And it looks like he's going in. Let's see how far he goes. Because as we saw, you can go all the way to the end. Another one-off location we haven't seen is the other tablet, Bombos.
Yep.
Do not have a mirror at the time to access it. Or Cave 45, or South Grove Cave.
Got that. Misery Mire.
Misery Mire.
That's been open for a while, but now we've got
Yeah.
the lamp, so it's actually fully within
Yeah.
logic too. So
Yeah, Mire's also looking really good right now.
especially since that's also that's the second of our 5/6 crystals, so that would actually give us Pyramid Fairy as well.
Yeah, that would be insane. Way to using a cape dash. Just the bug net. Alright, let's see where Dr. Bob heads to now.
I feel like it's going to be Pod. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like with them checking it, it's like, okay, was that a crystal? Do I actually need to go back? Okay, I was wondering. I was like,
Oh,
I
just
think he's going to do them both at the same time.
doing Eastern first, are we? But no.
So yeah, right now we're just going to be kind of retracing steps. DoctorBobtastic, so I'm assuming he's going to do Pod and Eastern at the same time right now. Weighty's going to make his way all the way through Turtle Rock. Sadly, no ice rod.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to see where they go, where they decide to start going after that, with
Right.
all the options kind of being limited. Mire Desert is definitely kind of the biggest area of where
Right
the
now.
most is right now.
It's definitely the most item heavy. That's accessible, yeah. If I remember correctly, yeah, Dr. Bobard's already done most of Pod, so he's just missing the very last part, which is just beating Helmsaur.
Yep, this is gonna
Finish it up.
go in, kill Helmsaur, come out, and I'm assuming at that point use the mirror and hop into Eastern and do a full clear of that.
Weighty will be checking probably Mimic Cave here.
Now, that's be something we'll ask during interviews is once Bob gets the bow in Eastern Palace, how he felt at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's definitely a good question. really do wonder if they're going to find the hook shot. I mean, I'm sure they will. They kind of, I think both of them really need to, but
It's just like when
could be. Yeah. It could be really late. And they're probably hoping to find that before the flippers, for sure.
Yeah. Because I know flippers opens up Swamp Palace. And I don't think there's anybody who wants to go into Swamp Palace with no hook shot.
No. Weighty doing a nice job here with the laser skips.
Yep, nice and quick.
And you can see the frustration. Dr. Bob makes nice easy work of Helmasaur, and he'll probably be headed to Eastern. So Weighty is going to be heading to Kakariko Village for a reason.
I think he's going to get his silvers.
His silvers?
Because if
he's thinking Meyer.
Yeah,
right.
Meyer to make Vitreous about 100 times easier.
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, granted, you've got boots and cape.
Yeah.
So it's like you could do dash
And
strats.
half
You could do
magic,
yeah. You've got plenty of what you would need. So, but
Silvers
silvers
are
are
nice.
silvers are still the definitely the easiest and the quickest way to kill Vitreous. So I'm pretty sure that's where we're going to see him go next, is Desert Meyer area.
Gonna be watching Dr. Bob here. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just the head tilt back like, oh man.
Like I could have had this.
Could have had this a long time ago.
Because the moment you see that too, it starts running through your mind. It's like, okay, did my opponent come gamble Eastern Palace early and get this bow? It's like, especially when it's like, I know he would have seen the bow on library at that point.
Right.
So it's like, did he really gamble knowing that where one bow already was? And
Mando is exhausting. I mean, you're playing this game as quickly as you can. Thinking about what you're doing next. Thinking about what your opponent's doing. You know?
And still having to focus on what you're actually doing for your execution.
And then also these players are in front of our live crowd as well as a stream at home. I mean, definitely shout outs to our runners here at the event.
Yeah, especially it might be for a lot of the runners this weekend. It could very well be the first time that they've done any kind of a race in a live setting like this, or competed in front of a live audience.
Right. So Weighty's waiting for his bird to be going towards. I'm guessing he's gonna fake flipper.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Interesting. Maybe he's thinking Zora and Waterfall.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. You've got more than enough money. You haven't done it yet. It is quick checks, and he's going to get his Tempered Sword here, so maybe nothing else, but you're still going to be happy to find the Tempered Sword.
Yeah, and he'll also be able to use the boots to his advantage here.
Yeah, I like the hill tilt. Like, I could have had this a lot earlier, made my life easier.
Oh.
We're still on the lookout for something. It's actually been a while since we found something.
Yeah,
so pretty much we found all those items right away on early Death Mountain, but after that it was like, nope.
Yep.
We're done now. Have fun finding the rest.
This is, yeah, I mean, this is definitely a nicely close match. This is the kind of stuff that we all love to see. So it is really down to the wire here. All right.
The bowling balls and that switch sometimes just don't get along very well.
Weighty headed to the mire area, so we've got the shed, checkerboard cave, see what actually mire is. I mean, if it's...
We saw it earlier. He did come check
Oh, he did
this.
check it earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed
Pretty
that.
sure we did.
It is ether, yeah. And yeah, he went in to check. Yeah, he already did all that. The bird toss from Weighty.
Dr. Bob takes down the Armless Knight, so we are tied up on crystals at this point, 4 apiece now.
Ooh, Weighty just missing the mire 2 setup. He got a little caught up on one of the wizards there. Didn't take damage, but missed the timing.
Yeah, looks like Dr. Bob's right behind him as well. So we've got 2 items of mire. Hopefully we find something. Dr. Bob's going to do a little bit of overworld before diving into mire, though.
Yeah, definitely do these checks before. I mean, in this case, unfortunately, mire is like a check most locations in the dungeon situation. But just in case, you might be able to cut out.
Or just make some things easier as well, just having the hook shot.
Yeah.
And it looks like most of the items are all the way in the last checks as well.
Of course, yeah.
Typical mire.
Just a nice little cutscene. I don't think Weighty's gotten the big chest or big key yet. Did he? No, I don't think so. Yeah, so it's probably in the chest after the big key, which is just like another minor inconvenience, you know? It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just like,
I have to go get that.
Gotta go all the way.
Just to go get that.
Yeah. I also have, I think he has 1 item. I don't think he found the second one.
Yeah, I believe we're still looking. We'll find out, because if he has, then we'll just go straight north from here. Nope. Still looking for one. We found the piece of heart after the cutscene. But
tight timing here with no hook shot.
Another key, so.
Yep, Vitreous. So he definitely made a good call getting getting the silvers, but I mean he does have a tempered sword, but should be okay. I think he was thinking, did I get spooky? made the setup for it, so now we're gonna see it right here. A little quick time save. Just about 11 seconds.
Dr. Bob barely makes it through that door.
Yeah.
Before the torch is closed behind him. Taking a lot of damage, but thankfully got that powder.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to see the power of the silver arrows. There, down goes Vitreous.
And it's nothing. I guess desert.
I think.
I guess.
I want to say that's all. That's all. I guess. Pyramid Fairy's open now.
Pyramid Fairy is open.
But I think at this point it's just desert and Pyramid Fairy. That's all we have left now.
Desert also being a green pendant gives it that little bit of extra weight.
He's gonna check on.
I don't think he's done Agana or Desert Ledge yet either.
No, he did not check Agana yet. So maybe we'll see. I would say we're probably gonna see Desert before Agana, but
yeah,
he might not want to dive into a pendant dungeon either. He's like, I don't feel like doing this yet. No, looks like that's what we're doing though.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel good, especially it's like once you're like at this point and you're kind of hitting your last location, just like, oh my god. Like, where is the progression? Why do I have to go inside of a pendant dungeon right now? Just a map there, so we didn't need the boots. And Desert's actually been open for quite a while too, because we found the book for it in Thieves Town.
Right.
So they're using the mirror and the flute and all of that to get into it, but we've actually had access to this for quite a while.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Yeah. The rough thing about this Meyer Falling Bridge is that if you miss the timing, you do have to go back 2 rooms for it to reset. Same thing with the Palace of Darkness Falling Bridge. You have to go 2 rooms over to reset it, which is usually just managed by going downstairs. But
Look like a red boomerang inside of Desert. And a piece of art, so...
at least the 2 items were there in the front. But does he go to beat Landmolus to get that green pendant? I don't know. That's a tough call.
Looks like that's a no right
That's
now.
a
at the very
no.
least.
Yeah, at least it's easy to get back to.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got South of Grove still. We've got Pyramid Fairy Bombos.
Mm-hmm.
And
Green pendant. I want to say that's it.
mm-hmm.
As far as collective information from both the runners, at least. 'Cause
Right.
I know Dr. Bob still, although we know it's that lovely single green rupee, we got that in the back of Thieves Town that he had to skip because of a lack of a hammer at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, it looks like Weighty's gonna go. We're going to Dark World. We'll see how he decides to make these checks then. And it looks like we're gonna start with tablet.
Mm-hmm. Of course. I forgot about the mushroom. Legitimately forgot.
At least we have the flute.
Yeah,
And it's a nice, easy
I mean,
check.
at least it's easy. At least it's just, yeah, a matter of using the flute, but forgot that was even an option. Oh, yeah. K45 is next.
And then I'm sure after that we're going to see Pyramid Fairy and
And then
Mushroom.
mushroom,
At that point,
I guess.
probably.
Yeah, and then it's
At that
there's
point.
progression. There
Yeah.
has to be.
Or you got to go kill Lanmolas for the green pendant.
Yep. All right.
Not K45.
Nope. So DoctorBobtastic has finished up Misery Mire and is now making the same decision-making process that WeightyWords is making.
Although to save time though, he didn't gamble on Desert Palace though.
No, he didn't.
He completely skipped it. So.
Right. So that might pay off for him, depending on where he goes.
Looks like he's going to do it in the same order that WeightyWords did. And it looks like Weighty's going for a bomb dupe.
Very
Yep,
nice.
got it.
Very nice. That was really slick.
All right, Pyramid Fairy, do you have anything?
I have a good feeling about this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the right.
That's not the item we wanted to see
No,
though.
that's not. I mean, yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, now it's like everybody's like favorite gamble. Like, do I go to Ice Palace or do I go to
Swamp Palace.
Swamp Palace?
Whitey says neither. Mushroom, please save me.
Please be a hook shot.
Yes.
That's all I want.
Just the hook shot.
I mean, it's kind of in the shape of a hook shot, I guess, but it's not. So
You could just tie some rope to some arrows or something, right?
yeah,
like something like that.
it's done in other games. There's got to be
Yeah,
ropes somewhere in
right?
Hyrule where
Like-
we can do that.
Yeah, we can do it. The grapple. Oh, I didn't even consider pedestal, but
Yeah, it would be fully
yeah,
within
this
one.
is totally.
I guess it depends. I guess it
totally
does
fine.
kind of depend slightly on Ice Palace keys, but
Okay.
actually, I just thought of one thing that neither one of them have checked. We still haven't seen the back of Skull Woods from either runner either,
Oh, that's right.
and we know there is an
That's
item
right.
back there.
Yeah, Bobtastic definitely skipped out on that. He dipped in just the front.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even go to the vanilla big key chest. I don't think. I think
No, he did Vanilla Big Key, I believe, but he didn't go all the way to the back. I could be wrong.
So Weighty gambles. Swamp, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it makes the most sense. And
Yeah.
it is a crystal, so if you do end up finding the hook shot there, then you can clear it at that
Mm-hmm.
point. But it still feels bad to have to do this without a hook shot regardless.
Did we see Bobtastic do catfish?
No,
Don't
because he skipped out. When he got the hammer, he saved and quit.
Right.
And turned in the Smith. Where Weighty, he did the full Frog World Tour.
Mm-hmm. So he'll probably be checking that now too.
Mhm. So normally we get to like when we're in this kind of a seat, it's like, where's the ice rocker? We
I
get to say like,
know.
where's the hook shot as
Where's
well?
the hook shot? Yeah. I feel like Ice Rod is going to show up first in spite. The game being spiteful and angry all the time.
We've got more of those arrows that, you know, we just need some rope and we don't need a hook shot anymore, but that's not how it works.
The really nasty thing would be if Hookshot was on Trinix.
That would actually be very bad.
That would. I don't even want to think about that very long. That's not nice.
We have to be careful where it's like when we're commentating at home.
Yes.
It's like nothing can happen, but it's like now if we do it and we give them commentators curse, they're like right over
They're
there
right
at this point.
there.
So
I mean, as long as we don't tell them, right?
yeah, if they watch the VOD before they leave though.
Yeah. You know, just make a stealthy escape, you know?
Yeah. Dr. Bob's also going to check tablet.
Mm-hmm.
Still looking for something inside swamp.
Yeah,
now we have to go left side with no hook shot. I feel like Dr. Bob actually at this point he's going to check the back of Skull Woods because he could have just footed if he was going to go to swamp or ice now.
Yep. So he's probably thinking. Yeah, I think one way to have done that would be do Skull first, then mirror to pedestal. But I mean, it's doesn't really matter too much. Well, no, he's leaving.
Okay, never mind.
So is it gonna be?
Is he going back?
Is he really?
Oh, he's gambling on Thieves Town.
Oh man.
Which I mean, granted, it's like when it's the ice rod, it is one of those items. Like unless other than Trinex and behind Trinex, it can be anywhere. So it's like every location you're thinking in your head, especially when you start running out of locations. Mm-hmm. And this also could be kind of like the mindset of the 1v1, like how he routed it. That you know your opponent's like, okay, well they wouldn't have more than likely had the hammer either when they got there due to where it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That. You know, he just came in here and cleared it too, so he hasn't checked this yet.
Right.
So I'm going to do this, so maybe, you know, if it's here, I save some time.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not, well, hopefully that they do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Weighty, unfortunately, getting the big key on the right side, so he has to make another loop. Or, sorry, on the left side. I know my directions. It's the left side.
It's not where the big key's supposed to be. It's supposed to be in this chest,
It's supposed to be in this chest, yeah. But still, he couldn't just, hook shot across. No hook shot to be found. So one more check. Oh, no, a few more. Yeah, no, one more check and that's it.
We got big chest, that's it. If it's not here, then off to Ice Palace.
Mm-hmm. Or back of Skull.
Or back of Skull. Oh, he hasn't checked purple chest or hammer pegs either, so that makes sense to come back to this area then. Nope, just a map. Good old swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ice Palace. I think that's all we have left. No, or he's gonna. It looks like back of Skullwoods first, then.
Maybe. Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's all he has up here.
Just the hard part is in Ice Palace, if you find an early hook shot, like, do you decide to actually leave at that point and gamble that you don't find the ice rod also in Ice Palace, that it's really in swamp at that point?
Maybe, yeah. Well, I mean, they have to beat swamp, but yeah, I mean, looks like, well, I thought Weighty was just going to try to avoid that altogether, but the hard avoidance of Ice Palace might be, I don't know, can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. All right.
Yeah, it's like you don't like to dip into a pendant ice palace, but it's like when you're running out of locations and that becomes kind of like your most dense, it's just like, okay.
We haven't seen purple chest yet, right?
No, Weighty did purple chest.
Weighty did do it, yeah. Yes.
So we're going to find something, but it's not of any importance. All right, Dr. Bob is going to flute, and where is he going to go? I think he is making the play to ice,
Making
though,
the ice play.
which that's really what, after going into Thieves Town, that's really what he needed to do. 'Cause,
Yeah.
The best chance of progression right now is definitely here. I think Weighty's going to spike.
Yep, which we saw Dr. Bob do
Mhm.
earlier.
I want to say it was just 10 arrows.
Yeah, it was just arrows. It was right after he did
We really need to find rope.
Turtle Rock, yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think at this point, though, you want to find the ice rod before you find a hook shot now.
Mm-hmm.
Start with a
Not
piece
that
of hook,
one.
though.
That's one item, at least. Only being 3 in Ice Palace.
I know that significantly reduces, I believe, the chance of the hook shot potentially being here, though. Because we've only got, I believe, potentially one more chest now that we need to find a key. This is hook shot locked, which means we won't find it over on the right side. Which, granted, I'm sure we'll see bomb jumps or whatever like that to, do a full clear of the dungeon, or at least find all 3 items, since we know the pendant itself is not needed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, with bomb jumps, you can check full to clear. But it's just always keeping that logic in the back of your head. I'm gonna see a bomb jump here. Or
We're going to see a
hover.
potential first hover try first.
Oh, so close.
There we go with the bomb jump.
So no small key yet, so they are gonna have to go left first. Well, routing says go left first. You can do whatever you want, really, but
Ice Palace has a bunch of things. It's like, this is how you're supposed to do it. And it's like, us as randomized runners, like, no, we can do it about 100 different ways at this point. So,
yeah.
so
Oh my god.
there's the hook shot.
Oh no. So what do?
Do
You do you do ice? Do you do the rest of it for the ice rod? So Bob doesn't know right now that the rest of Swamp up to where you need the hook shot is barren. So he's really making a solid play here by checking the rest of ice, because we know that there's nothing. Nice bomb jump from Weighty. It's very nice.
You saw Weighty's face too as he picked up the hook shot. It's like, you saw the thing, like, should I stay? Because we've already found one item too.
Yep.
So there's only one more item somewhere.
Right, yeah, the first item being a piece of heart. Right, I think.
Yep. In the very first.
At least they both have that knowledge that, pedestal does not have the ice rod.
Big key. There's the last item. So
Yep, it was just 300 rupees. So once Weighty
Dr.
makes
Bob still staying in here though.
he might have forgotten about the first item.
Yep, he remembered.
Yeah.
It actually gives him potential, I guess, depending on where Ice Rod is, it gives him a little bit because that's going to be the last thing outside of Cold Stare that Wade probably checks. And now it's possible Dr. Bob looking for only one item, and we know what would be a good play if he does it is, you know, left side swamp skip, something of that nature to try to gain time or, you know, make up time if he thinks he's behind.
Honestly, I could see Bob. Yeah, I could definitely see him skipping left side swamp. He's been making some like, you know, definitely reasonable gambles. That's definitely one of them.
Yeah, especially when you're only looking for one item, it's definitely reasonable. Oh, actually, Weighty, unless, let's see if he goes up or if he's going to go gamble Gold Stare. Nope. So yeah, right now we are on a hunt for the Ice Rod. That's all we're looking for. We know it's not a Turtle Rock. We've already full cleared it if you have been watching the whole race yet. The main things that we haven't seen now are kind of the back of Swamp Palace, back of Skullwood still, and then the 3 in Hookshot Cave that opened up.
Yeah, wait, he's thinking back of. Oh wait, no,
he's
he's going to finish up swamp. Yeah. For some reason, my mind thought he went to 3 and not 4 on the map. But yes. So I'm gonna see what Dr. Bob does here. He'll definitely check the chest below, which we know to be nothing. But after that, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 more checks.
Yep.
And I think they've already gotten the map.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got the
think they
map.
got
Yeah, the
yeah.
map was in the big chest.
Big chest, yeah.
Yep. I'm pretty sure we did see the compass though, so he is not going to left side skip though.
Yeah. So, Weighty will be catching up a little bit there. But yeah, both of our runners are really in the same, almost pretty much in the same position. I on the top of my head, I cannot think of like overworld checks that one has done and the other hasn't.
At this point, no, not really.
Nothing. It's just this area right here.
Yeah, it's this and Hookshot Cave and then the back of Skull Woods. That's what both runners really have at this point.
Oh yeah, Hookshot Cave, yep.
There's our compass. We got our heart container. So we got 2 more items.
I swear if it's Skull. they've been dancing around the back of Skull so much. It's insane.
Yeah, and the fire rod was right in
it was
Village of
right
Outcasts,
there
so
in Dark Kakariko, yeah, in Village of Outcasts. Very
goes
nice kill.
Argus.
Very nice kill from Weighty.
There it
Oh,
is.
there it is. So that definitely puts Weighty in a little bit of a lead. So we still do have Ganon after both runners complete Turtle Rock. We do have Ganon's tower to consider in terms of routing.
Yeah, but at this point, pretty much the difference you see between them, that's the difference in this race. So it's not a lot. I'd say like 2.5, 3 minutes maybe.
Oh yeah, it's very, very short amount of time.
And really the only item that we could find that could make a huge difference on would be the butter, finding butter sword, but it's not going to make a huge
It's not
difference.
even, it's not even going to really cut down that much time. I know from Weighty's speedrunning experience, I mean, he probably knows how to do a 1-in-1 with the tempered sword if it comes to Ganon, like, but Alright, DoctorBobtastic almost finished here with the Argus kill. Just gotta get a last shot on him. There he goes. Nicely done. Getting his ice rod. Huge sigh of relief. We don't have to go back to Skullwoods.
Which he also might be feeling good about the fact that, because he did ice first, he had the hook shot, so he didn't have to double dip this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just making his way through Turtle Rock. It's going to be nice and quick. We don't have to check Laser Bridge. It's already been done. It's literally go kill Trinex and then go to GT.
Yeah, I mean, I would say for the majority of this race, like, they did make pretty similar calls. I mean, when it came to it, I mean, there was just only very few, like, big route things, like the bow and, I mean, the ice and swamp thing. But
yeah, those were really kind of the major ones that kind of where the lead and the difference came from is those. Dr. Bob was almost off to the races. He's like, I'm going to GT. It's like,
I feel the same way about having to double dip Turtle Rock. It's like, oh my gosh, it just takes so long to get back there. Nice try next kill from Weighty.
Yep. Down goes Trinex, and that is going to be crystal number 7 as soon as he holds the item up, whatever Trinex had. Just another heart container.
Heart number 16. Oh, they actually matched in hearts. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, they were up until that point, but yeah, they will be.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, at this point, they've made the exact same checks. So yeah.
Checks. Like, yeah, this seed definitely bottlenecked a couple times pretty hard. So here in Gannon Tower, we got 22 locations for that big key. And we'll see if Weighty goes left or right. Are you a left or right person?
I typically go right and then check for the
Really?
key.
I am a hard left person. I just always do left. I'm surprised I didn't check the first two tests on the right, but I do those two first. But even if I do get a key on the right side, I always go left.
Might also be thinking potentially like Dark Magician strats to skip
Right.
the stealth, to not have to kill the stealthos, just check quickly and then head
Yeah.
right. We'll see.
Yeah. Haven't seen those in a while. But yes, that is a thing.
I've done it recently,
Did it work?
but no, it didn't work.
Oh no.
It didn't help that the key was on top room, so it's just like
Oh.
it didn't matter which way I was going at that point.
Oh
but
wow.
no,
Very
there.
nice call. Going left
Yep,
first.
left side.
Two
There's our
keys.
key.
Yep. You set.
Time to climb.
Nice and early key.
Which, and we don't know if the runners actually have their own timers right now. If they do, they can. It's not against the rules whatsoever if they want to keep their own timer, so they know how long they've been taking. Whereas if you're streaming, you usually have a timer and that's what's being used. But especially when you get to like this point, at getting to the 150, it's like you're kind of waiting, just wondering. It's like when is the in this
When's
case, it's
my
not going to be a
pick?
dot done in this case since we're not using SRL,
Yeah.
but you're waiting for that at that point, or it's like how close are they to it?
Yeah. I mean, they're facing each other. They can definitely like look up and be like, "Oh hey, are they still playing the game?"
They still have that headset on, so they must still be playing
right?
the game.
They still look like they're stressing about this video game. Or they're a really good actor, one of the two. I don't know.
There's Dr. Bob getting his 7th crystal.
Mm-hmm. And he'll be headed to GT, and we'll also see if he hangs left or right.
It's possible he starts right, and if he doesn't find a key, he's going to be bottlenecked there anyways, and then he'll find that big key just a little bit slower. That arrow just missing.
Oh, he recovered, but yeah, the extra time to fix it made him miss that last landmolus. That room just feels super different with silvers anyway.
Mm-hmm. And still, to me, those are the Wizard rooms and Gigantic Tower are the most satisfying rooms in the game.
They are, and the easiest. They're so easy to learn.
Oh, there is a key. Nope, he's going to just check
Gonna
that.
go straight, yeah. Weighty, seeing that he has half magic, doesn't really need to pick up the extra magic. And we'll get a refill. No need to check those other chests.
Yep.
And we'll
Kinda-
see. Yep.
I was going to say, like we kind of referenced earlier, the only thing you're really looking for is Butter Sword, but most runners, if you've got Tempered Sword, you're happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, we got red mail so early. I think it was like in Moldorm's cave or something.
Yeah.
It was.
Ooh. Moldorm almost making Weighty take a fall there.
Almost. Alright, so Dr. Bob can be starting his climb here. We'll see how Weighty fares against Aghanim 2.
That was not the greatest pattern. You weren't more than likely getting a triple, but you should get a double, which you did. And there's another one.
Yeah, sometimes it just eats the third ball if it's too close in succession.
Got the triple double though, and we're off to Gannon for Weighty. Dr. Bob about to get to 4th floor.
I've never paid attention to the floors before, but yeah, you're right. that is the 4th floor. Gauntlet.
He starts his fight.
Sassy dialogue from Gannon today. There's the 1-1.
Using some dash strats.
Really solid execution.
Yep, on to phase 3 with 1 hit already. We'll see how much Gannon wants to teleport. Dr. Bob. 1 cycles. Lenmo was 2. And Weighty gets the first silver arrow in. This might be a triple, actually. Nope, only
No,
gonna
I
go for a
didn't
double.
for it, yeah.
Down he
Yeah.
goes.
Very nicely done.
Just
For
gotta
Weighty
get
Words.
just gotta get across the bridge. Then it's GG. All right, and GG
GG.
to WeityWords.
Yeah, good game.
Nice handshake. I'm not.
Nice
yeah,
handshake.
should be able to see him.
We're gonna do a 3-minute commercial and then bring them over for their interview before we do a 3-minute commercial afterwards.
I avoided double dipping swamp.
That's nice. Yeah, I did double dip it, so.
Do we want to go talk about this over there?
3 minutes. So you guys want to go set up and then we'll,
Yeah.
okay.
Mind if I just start tearing this down real quick? How much do all the tape?
We have 3 minutes to
Is it 3 minutes to do it or 3 minutes until?
3 minutes until. So like 2.5 now. Got it.
That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I didn't do desert.
I did desert. I didn't kill it, but I considered it.
I went to ice fairly early. It's a good part. Not fairly early. When it was in logic, it took me a long time to go up that far. So did I. Because I didn't want to go out of logic. Once I got the food, I eventually went up there. I
The winner take. Yeah, they're very live. Very live mics. I've only punched mine like 4 times.
Is this meant to be backwards?
Like not.
Oh, we looked great.
Yeah.
We
both
super
serious. I think we have.
Our mic
technical-
is dead. Or not mic, the camera.
Yeah.
I am the invisible man.
Oh, God.
We have 2 invisible men sitting with us at the table. It might be because our eyes are closed, apparently, but I don't know.
Yeah. We're all on a green screen. We're just wearing green. That's how it's working here.
Yeah, but you can see.
But my face is also green, that means. So something went wrong this morning then?
Well, that seed made me want to vomit. So
Oh, dude.
It was gnarly. Oh, God. It was really close, though.
It was a lot closer than I was expecting. Not gonna lie.
I was definitely worried about it because I
Yeah.
double dipped so many different places.
Yes, and yeah.
Did you feel like a regular Baskin Robbins over there? Double dipping everything?
Double dipping.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm done.
double dipping. Right.
I think the only thing I double dipped really... Well, I double dipped Thieves Town
Oh, yeah.
because I went and got the big chest. And
okay. I dipped the first 4 and then got the hammer and went
okay.
back, yeah.
And then I double dipped Pod because I cleared it out and then didn't have the bow.
Got it. Oh, okay. I got
I
the
didn't
bow
go to
super
Eastern.
early. I got the bow super
I was
early.
Right.
So there was a point at which I was pouring salt on my head.
Yes.
That was when I found the bow in Eastern.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah, that's actually something we.
Yeah, that was
we
gonna be
were
like one of the
all right.
main
So
things,
one of the
like,
big things was that.
The bow in Eastern Palace.
It's
Yeah.
funny because
You
we could have
get
gone
me
up
out.
to Death Mountain without going to Eastern and gotten the boots to get the bow at the library too.
I mean, that's what I did.
Oh, okay.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
Eastern Palace was his silvers.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah, I never, I didn't go to Eastern until after I had already. Oh, I also double dipped Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Uh,
You had to go up there because there's no way you're gonna get back there.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I mean, you really like to just. I mean, I don't know about you, but I like to go into Turtle Rock when I have the chance.
Yeah.
You guys both.
Even
did.
without the ice rod, because
Yep.
it can be in there with a
Hi.
fair amount of
Oh, hey,
regularity.
they're
Hey,
not
look at
invisible
that!
anymore.
Hey
Look.
guys.
I have a face.
They're not invisible men anymore.
we're not green anymore.
We told them to take off the green clothes and the green face paint and everything like that. It's like,
Yeah.
we can't do that. Sorry.
Yeah, the wardrobe restriction here is pretty high. So, what did you guys think from a spectator's perspective?
So it was. It was really close. The bow thing was one of the first things where like, whoa, that really paid off. And then later on, you guys both were making the decision of ice versus swamp. When you were looking.
If I don't have the hook shot, give me ice over swamp any day of the week.
Yeah.
I hate headed ice.
See, yeah, no, we could see 80s like aversion to Ice Palace. I was like, they really need to go towards ice. But yeah, so Weighty did unfortunately make the dip into swamp,
Yeah.
and then went back to ice, and then went back into swamp.
I mean, I still went left side swamp before
Right.
heading to the back, so
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still had to do that part.
Yeah,
But,
that was. I don't like going into ice as a pennant like ever. That's like if
Yeah.
there's something in pennant ice, I usually do badly in the seed. But I don't even know what like time we were at because I didn't have a timer. So
It was like 150.
yeah, that's what it's.
-ish.
That's what definitely what it felt
Yeah.
like.
I might could have pulled off the
Yeah.
sub 2, maybe.
No, like
yeah, you
they
probably,
were
because I think
both
he finished at
sub-twos.
153. So
Yeah,
yours
they were
would've
both
been- yours
sub-twos.
should have been really close
You
to
guys
it.
were only. I mean, you didn't. Yeah, but
Yeah.
It was,
I mean, one of the policies here is that you're supposed to just stop when your opponent finishes, because we got a lot of races
a lot
to
of
do
stuff
here.
going
Yeah.
on. Correct.
Uh,
Yeah, but I mean, it was really, really good. It was a really fun watch. I mean, we were just like, oh no, are they gonna find flippers first? Are they gonna find the hook shot first?
I was
like,
so mad to find the flippers.
Yeah.
I was sitting here like, I think my one shot here is if Weighty forgot about the pyramid fairy. And
I almost forgot about it, but then I checked my start screen and saw that I had the two, and then I was like, okay, that's a good place to go. Which I was hoping for the hook shot. I was hoping for anything not the flippers, and I was really sad about that.
what helped me go there is that I hadn't been to the pyramid in the first place.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
And the and the catfish, so I just kind of went,
Yeah.
which is a technical term for anyway.
I mean, yeah, at that point, you guys were both pretty bottlenecked in terms of what you could do.
Yeah.
And so we literally just watched the
Did
same
you ever
decision
find the
making process.
Did you go for the second item in Skullwoods?
I got one. No, I only got one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
neither one
there's
went
something in the back, and I don't know what
Yeah.
it is.
No, neither of y'all went back there. You guys like kept going in that area, and we're like, oh my god, are they going
Yeah.
again? And then
Especially when you
never.
went there, like you hadn't even, because he went to Skullwoods like right away, and you went to Village of Outcasts.
Oh my God, the fire
The
run.
fire rod being right there,
Oh.
and then
Yeah,
the
you-
Samaria, Kana Samaria
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
being right there.
Because I got grabbed by the
It was-
Wallmaster too.
Oh yeah,
That
it
was that was.
Yeah, we saw.
it
Yeah,
was
like
real
if
funny.
you go back and watch the VOD, it's kind of like one of those things we mentioned during the broadcast. Like when we're doing it at home, we can't see the runners whatsoever.
Right.
We got like the
Oh,
cameras.
you guys can
Yeah, there's
see.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
see. So we
so
yeah,
we
we could
saw
see like your
every
reactions and
time
everything.
we
on
were like-
items. That,
I occasionally had to look right at the camera and tell you guys, "Are you
Yeah.
kidding me right now?" Yeah,
It was a good time.
it was a fun time. Hopefully I'll be able to do some more of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also doing the Zooter tournament because I'm
Oh,
insane.
you are crazy.
And but hopefully I'll be able to also do some of the things from your end of the seat over there.
Of course.
So that's the
Yeah.
plan anyway. And I hope everybody else here is having a good time.
Yeah. Did you guys enjoy the race?
yeah, like give
Yay,
them a round
they
of
did
applause.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a great race. Yeah. Towards the end, everybody, there's a lot of people in here watching. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for volunteering to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that
being-
because
being-
not
being
everyone is
being
like
the first
the
link to
first
the past.
race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little. I was very wary of the camera at the beginning, but then it just kind of like went away when I was focusing on the
Yeah.
seat. So.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. For sure.
I don't mind being the first one up because then I don't have to follow anyone. I can just
Yeah.
Go up and
exactly. That's
scrub
exactly
out
how
like
you
a
should look
loser.
at
And
it.
no,
I
I'm just
would-
kidding.
yeah.
It was pretty close, and I'm happy about that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it was a
G-
very good race.
GG's to you guys. That was awesome.
Good game.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Looks like
Was
we've
that
got.
3 minutes?
Looks like it's probably been way more than 3 minutes, to be honest.
Yeah.
Looks like we've probably got what is it?
Solsky
Jay
versus
Coper
Jay
and Jace.
Coper looks like is going to be
Jay
next.
Coper and Solsky.
So
That
looks like they're
is-
actually getting set up, so it probably will not. I know they're trying to do it to as quickly as possible
Yeah.
between matches. So yeah, stick around. Probably believe it's a 3-minute commercial break, and they're
Yes.
going to be going. So
All right.
hope everybody enjoyed the race, and we'll see you next race in like 3 minutes. Somebody else will be talking.